Our brain has a very important shield. This shield is called the blood-brain barrier. We often call it the BBB for short. The BBB works hard to protect our brain. It acts like a filter for the blood. It stops harmful substances from entering. The brain is extremely delicate and vital, so this strong protection is absolutely essential. The blood-brain barrier is made of special cells. These cells are packed together very tightly. They form the lining of the brain's tiny blood vessels. Special connections, known as tight junctions, seal any gaps. This structure makes it very difficult for things to cross over. Only very small, essential molecules can pass through easily. Things like oxygen and glucose get access, but toxins and most drugs are effectively blocked. However, the BBB is much more than just a simple wall. It also contains active transport systems. These systems are like tiny pumps and gates. They carefully move specific nutrients into the brain. They also work to pump out waste products. This helps keep the brain's environment clean and stable. It ensures the brain can function at its best. This dynamic process is crucial for our cognitive health. Protecting the brain is a top priority for our body. The brain is the control center for everything we do. It governs our thoughts, our memories, and our actions. Any damage to the brain can have severe, lasting consequences. The blood-brain barrier serves as the first line of defense. It guards against infections and harmful chemicals. It also helps regulate the brain's delicate chemical balance. This constant protection is vital throughout all stages of our lives. Alzheimer's disease is a progressive brain disorder. It slowly steals memory and thinking skills. Scientists are working hard to understand its causes. One important area of research is the blood-brain barrier. Evidence suggests that in Alzheimer's, the BBB can weaken. This breakdown of the brain's protective shield is serious. It means the brain is no longer fully protected. This dysfunction can start early in the disease process. When the blood-brain barrier becomes leaky, problems arise. Harmful substances from the blood can seep into the brain. These might include toxins or inflammatory molecules. This leakage can trigger an immune response in the brain. This brain inflammation is called neuroinflammation. Neuroinflammation is a known characteristic of Alzheimer's disease. It can damage and even kill brain cells or neurons. The once strong barrier now becomes a point of vulnerability. A weakened BBB also affects how things leave the brain. Normally, the brain clears out waste products. One such waste product is amyloid beta protein. Clumps of amyloid beta form plaques in Alzheimer's. These plaques are a key hallmark of the disease. If the BBB isn't working right, amyloid beta may not be cleared. It can then build up and cause more damage. So BBB dysfunction is a double-edged sword for the brain. Researchers now believe BBB dysfunction plays a key role. It may not be the only cause of Alzheimer's, but it likely contributes significantly to its development. It can make the disease worse over time. This understanding is incredibly important for science. It opens up new possibilities for diagnosis. It also points towards potential new treatments. Repairing the BBB could be a future therapeutic goal. Diagnosing Alzheimer's disease early is extremely important. Early detection gives patients and families more options. Traditional diagnostic methods can be challenging. Spinal taps are invasive, and brain scans are expensive. So, scientists have been searching for simpler tests. Recently, a new blood test has shown significant promise. This test looks for a panel of 5 specific proteins. These proteins can signal problems with the blood-brain barrier. This innovative panel consists of 5 proteins. Their scientific names are APOD, B2M, CFH, CLU, and C3. The theory is that when the BBB is damaged in Alzheimer's, these proteins change. Some may leak from the brain into the bloodstream, or their levels in the blood might change due to the disease. Studies found these 5 proteins were indeed dysregulated in Alzheimer's patients. Out of 40 proteins studied, 29 were found at higher levels in blood plasma. These 5 were among those consistently upregulated. What do these proteins tell doctors? APOD, for example, is involved in lipid transport and nerve cell repair. B2M is linked to the immune system. CFH and C3 are part of the complement system, another immune pathway. CLU, or clusterin, helps manage cellular stress and clear debris. Changes in the blood levels of these proteins suggest BBB trouble. They indicate that the brain's protective barrier is compromised. This points towards ongoing Alzheimer's-related pathology in the brain. This 5-protein biomarker panel has shown strong diagnostic potential. Clinical studies have demonstrated its ability to distinguish individuals. It can differentiate people with Alzheimer's from healthy controls. Importantly, it appears to be specific to Alzheimer's pathology. It doesn't seem to be confused by other brain diseases. Diseases like Parkinson's or ALS did not show the same protein signature. This specificity is very valuable for accurate diagnosis. It could lead to faster, more reliable, and less invasive testing. The development of this new blood test is exciting. It is part of a larger positive trend in medicine. Doctors are increasingly turning to blood-based biomarkers. These tests are much less invasive than spinal fluid collection. They are also generally cheaper than complex PET brain scans. Recent FDA approvals in late 2024 and early 2025 for other Alzheimer's blood tests have built confidence. This is helping to make rapid diagnostic testing more widely available. This shift promises more accessible early detection for many. Alzheimer's disease has a profound global impact. It is the most common cause of dementia worldwide. The World Health Organization estimates over 55 million people are affected. This number is projected to climb to 78 million by 2030. In the United States, about 1 in 9 people aged 65 and older live with Alzheimer's. The economic burden is immense, costing around $1 trillion each year. This affects families, healthcare systems, and entire economies. Earlier, simpler diagnosis can help manage this growing challenge. While this 5-protein panel is very promising, more research is vital. The initial studies have yielded encouraging results. However, larger clinical trials are needed for full validation. These trials will confirm its effectiveness across diverse populations. Scientists also aim to understand exactly how these proteins cross the BBB. The original study noted limitations like its cross-sectional design. Future work, supported by groups like A** in Singapore, will address this. This includes investigating protein transport and further clinical validation. Ultimately, early diagnosis remains a cornerstone of Alzheimer's care. It provides individuals and their families with crucial time to plan for the future and make important decisions. It allows access to currently approved treatments, such as aducanumab and lecanemab. These medications may help slow disease progression in some. Early diagnosis also enables participation in clinical trials for new therapies. The new 5-protein biomarker panel offers a beacon of new hope. It could become an invaluable tool in our fight against this devastating disease.